I am Carl Moberg. I am the CTO here at Avassa. I'm here at Edge Field Day 1 with our solution architect, Fredrik Jansson. So at Avassa, we provide an application management and operations platform for on-site edges. So in this section, we're actually going to work Applifer and Fredrik together, because actually, observationally wise and monitoringly wise, this is a really interesting cultural direction here. Do you allow your application, or do you have your application team monitor and observe the applications, or is that still with platform and IT? We'll show you the collaboration between them. Of course, Applifer is more interested in the top-level application stack, and of course, Fredrik has the whole infrastructure down pat. So a couple of things we want to show. There's 3 outage scenarios. Application upgrades not only may, they will fail. Remote sites may be temporarily unavailable, and hosts may go offline. Without further ado, Fredrik.
Thanks. So a question we often get is what happens if something fails? So we're actually going to simulate a failure. I'm gonna use this one, the theater room manager, and I'm going to simulate that we push a new version. We're going to push a new version 2.0, but I'm actually going to make it fail. I'll just go to one of these guys, and I'm going to do this CMD exit 1. So that will, when it tries to start this, it will just die on me. So we're going to do an update of that one, and then I'll go back to the deployment, and let's try to deploy this guy. Oopsie doopsie. Reload. Here we go. So again, let's do a canary. I'm going to keep that in Sweden, and we're going to use, for example, system name equals Arlanda. We're going to do a canary on this guy. I'm going to hit update, go back here, and I need to change the version. Speeding so fast now I can't. Okay, so now we're trying to deploy to Arlanda. Surprise to no one, I guess. It failed.
So we caught it.
We caught it. This is not good. I can see that this guy is failing. I do try to figure out what's happening. Typically, I would look at the logs here. Oops. Yeah, never mind. I'm speeding along. So again, canary failed. 2 options: either roll back or move forward. So typically, you fix the bug. So version 3.0, remove the bug, hit submit. Back to the deployment, and let's do 3.0. Again, hit submit, back to here. So these guys are still on version 1.0. We haven't touched those. Now Arlanda is happy. Life is good.
So are those all in the same geographic location, like in the same site?
No.
No.
They're different sites. So we use one of the sites as our canary.
Okay.
That
gotcha.
failed.
Yeah.
So we fixed that, went to 3.0. The others are still waiting to update.
Yeah.
Right.
And now we're going to fast forward to what we know is a working version.
To your point, you can do it on a site level as well, to kind of do a rolling upgrade of your application within the site,
Okay.
bring up a new version, make sure it's healthy and all of that.
And does this get automated? I know you're showing us step by step so we can see, but can we automate this once you know it, then you can upgrade?
Absolutely.
Pipeline?
That's what it should be.
Okay.
Yes, but it gets to such an abstract version, it's really hard to demo, right?
Yeah.
So we have to open up the box a little.
So we're running, if you remember, this Arlanda site was the one we added before. It's actually running on it has 3 hosts. So I can see here, when I expand these, that we are actually running these containers on different machines. So what happens if one of these die? Let's find out. Back to the terminal. Here I'm on Arlanda 1. I'm just gonna shut this down.
Yeah, of course.
We've all done that.
Yeah.
Such an audience pleaser.
You should just alias it.
We didn't even practice that. That's amazing.
I'm on camera, I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
So shortly here, it takes a short while because when you have a cluster, you need to make sure that we don't start moving containers around just because there is a quick glitch in the network. So it actually takes some time for the system to figure out that this Orlando 1 host is actually not, something happened, it went to bed. And these two will start communicating and hopefully, even though it's demo day, shortly we should get an error here, and then those applications, those three containers should be moved to a different host if we can move them. And that is actually what's happening here now. I can see that it's restarting and running, and maybe I have to do a refresh here. Now again, nothing is running on Orlando 1, but only on Orlando 3. And again, if I go back and log in as Fredrik, I will actually see errors in the UI telling me that something is wrong. We don't tell Applifer that. We're not sure. She needs to know exactly what's going on at these sites.
As long as the application is healthy.
Exactly.
But you give her enough. You give her enough leeway to be able to restart different versions or do things, right?
Yeah, so application metrics, she will catch it, but she won't be responsible for shifting the workloads between the hosts.
Okay.
That is what Fredrik loves to do.
Right. Okay.
So now I quickly logged out, Applifer, logged in, Fredrik, and as you can see, I get an alarm. I can see what's happening, and this tells me I need to go there and figure out why that host is down.
Does the portal support external authentication? Like,
Yes.
great.
Per tenant, which is another really interesting challenge
Yeah.
to do. Yes.
Yep.
Not only for the site owner, but also for the tenant.
Yep.
Including policies. So what we just did here is that we showed you some operational aspects of this. We showed you failing application upgrades. And we showed what happens scheduling-wise on a site when hosts go offline. Because of course, with a reasonable set of edge locations, a number of hosts will be offline at any point in time.